Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got a review for Capcom Arcade Stadium, a collection of oldies from the days of the arcades. Is this trip down memory lane worth taking, or is the past best left in the past? Watch on and find out. Retro gaming is all the rage these days, as evidenced by the sheer number of mini consoles that have been sold over the last few years. Heck, I even own a couple myself. The ability to rewind, slow down, and save your progress is a fun way to enjoy an old classic from your youth. Capcom Arcade Stadium brings over 30 arcade classics straight to your favourite console. But putting a compilation together is never going to be easy. With over 30 games on offer, you're probably not going to like all of them. For me, there were some I hadn't even heard of, so I was interested to dive in and see what I'd missed out on all those years ago. The game is split into packs, and the first pack is the dawn of the arcade, with games from the years 1984 through to 1988. Classics like Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts are still hard as nails, but they hold up surprisingly well. Even with the rewind feature, these two games still make me want to toss my controller in a rage. Plus, the inclusion of the original Bionic Commando is an added bonus. I judged all other video game endings against the excellent ending for Bionic Commando for years. It was the first game that made me feel like I was actually rewarded for beating it. I was surprised at how different the arcade version was from the NES port, but it's still one of the highlights of this collection for me. The next pack is called the Arcade Revolution, and it's got games from 88 through to 92. This pack features the iconic Street Fighter II, The World Warrior. You'll also find a slew of brawlers like Final Fight, Dynasty Wars and Captain Commando. The final pack is called the Arcade Evolution, and that's from 92 all the way up to 2001. This pack features two more Street Fighter titles, in case you need more fighting, as well as 1944, the Loop Master and a couple of mech fighters. You can buy the game as a complete package, or you can buy the different games in packs of 10, depending on which pack you want. There is a heavy bias to shooters and bullet hell titles, and that's fine with me. There are 3 variants of Street Fighter II and some other beat 'em ups, but this compilation certainly favours the shooters. As you can see from the video, I suck balls at fighting games and much prefer the shooters and side-scrollers, but no matter your preference, there is plenty to love here. As I mentioned, you can slow down the game, rewind and save your progress. Some of them even allow you to change the difficulty and add extra lives, something that wasn't possible back in the day. These modifiers affect your score, so if the worldwide leaderboards are your thing, prepare accordingly. You can also change the display setting to fill your screen or even show the cabinet. You can also choose to play the Japanese version of these rooms as well, if that's your thing. A lot of you will no doubt own some of these games already, making this collection somewhat redundant. But if you don't, and if you haven't played some of these since your days in the arcade, this is an attractive package. For me, it's an easy recommendation because I still enjoy playing 1942 and all of its sequels. Plus, Bionic Commando and the Ghosts and Goblins series are a treat, even if some of them are probably easier to play with a joystick. While there are a few games missing, Capcom Stadium Arcade is a fun blast from the past with a little something for everyone. And perhaps best of all, is you won't need to go running to mummy and daddy asking for pennies to play the machines. And that's the end of this review. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do us a favour, go down below, hit the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the bell icon so that you're notified whenever we've got new stuff. Check out the info box for our social media channels, website links, and our supporters page where you can support the team, if you can. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye bye.